Oh, we got some echoing. Folks, what's going on? So excited to see you. Great crew today in the private suite. Some real good stats I just posted on the boards. If you looked at that solo screen on the left side of the boardroom, my right, there's a map of the United States showing the increase in inventory. Incredible stats. 38 out of 50 states have an increase in inventory. 18 of the 50 have an increase of 5% or more. That is totally expected to continue. More inventory means a more balanced market. It means us not waking up in the middle of the night thinking about what type of offer we need to write, what type of contingency we need to remove, how we need to play the game to put our buyers in an advantageous position. The nights of lost sleep are over. The market is going to be much more balanced in the next few months. And I believe in 6 months, you're going to have much closer to a balanced market. Sellers are feeling much more confident about selling. A lot of them, especially the older sellers, had trepidation about people touring their homes during the pandemic. And on top of that, they've also seen the heat of the market. Those two factors have absolutely created a positive shift in the homes for sale. And we definitely expect to see a much more balanced market. So very, very excited about that. Very excited about that. Buyers become sellers, sellers become buyers. Agreed, Ricky Kagan. And it's just exciting because what we've been doing is just creating all these methods for us to generate leads. And that's what we're so strong in. EXP is so strong with the resources, with the CRM IDX website, with the Make It Rain, the Squeeze Pages, landing pages, Property Boost, the using the database engagements to create leads, Instagram posts, Facebook videos, all this stuff that we've been working on for the last several months. Keep pushing it. Keep pushing it. The leads are going to fall. I've seen some fantastic, off the charts advertising from just about everybody in this room. I got an ad yesterday, and maybe we'll table it for a few minutes, but Judd Fox sent Judd, you sent out a group text, it looks like, to a lot of your database. I got it. It was fantastic. A few of my buddies reached out, and they're like, this is awesome. Judd Fox just sent us an email talking about how his life has been over the pandemic, the business he built up, the business he lost through no fault of his own, and having to rebuild himself up again and landing at EXP and being so pumped and fired up about all the resources that EXP has. And if they're looking to buy, sell, or even as an agent attraction piece, holler at me. So Judd, I just wanted to get your take on how you did that, what the results have been, and just a little more feedback on that.
Yeah, so it's no secret to those that know me. I'm a huge fan of CRMs. And so what I did was I wanted to figure out a way. I had 600 contacts in my phone, and I wanted to, reach out to every single one of them and just let them know what I was up to, right? Not be a secret agent. Let every single person that I've ever come in contact with know what I'm doing, what I've been doing. And so basically just figured out a way to get those files into, I used CRM Grow, and which I'm going to be using for attraction, but I decided to just at least shoot an introductory text, email out to my sphere and let them know, what I'm doing, who I'm doing it with. So yeah, I apologize if people in here got the text, but yeah, so just letting everybody know what I'm doing, not being a secret agent. And as a result of that, I've already picked up I'm working with 2 buyers that were in my sphere and had no idea that I was in real estate until they got that text.
That is phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. You sent out a group text, about 600 people, and I saw it. I loved it. And first of all, Judley, I would never, ever apologize for sending it out to people from EXP or people in other businesses or other areas, because it is absolutely a learning tool for all of us. It is such an aggressive reach out and such a great message that you put in the reach out. And yeah, like you said, you're not a secret agent. You're shouting about it. You're letting everybody know about it. And you picked up two buyers by basically taking the resources that you had, turning it into a message and sending it out to 600 people. You locked up two buyers. I guarantee you piqued the interest of so many more. And a lot of people that are thinking of buying or selling are going to come to you in the future just from that move. Incredible stuff. I encourage you, Judd, if you wouldn't mind, if people wanted to see it, obviously, I'm sure Judd would share the message if you haven't seen it, what he sent out. Obviously, it's customized to your experience, who you are, what you've done in the past, and what you want to do in the future. So it's definitely more idiosyncratic in the message you want to put. But what a great reach out. That's just fantastic, Judd. So stoked about that, man. Thanks for sharing. And Judd, if you don't mind, CRM Grow, could you talk to us a little bit about CRM Grow?
Yeah, so CRM Grow it's a client customer relationship management software, and it was developed by EXP agents for EXP agents. It's specifically developed as a way to interact with potential, as a recruitment tool. There are preloaded videos. You've got all the Brent Go, the napkin pitch. You've got some live seminars, PDFs, Spanish versions, Canadian versions. They're constantly uploading new material for us, so it's really exclusively it's a system for EXP agents, developed by and from EXP agents. So it's great. It's affordable. I would encourage. It's not the best if you compare it to upper scale CRMs, but it really is good for this specific purpose. I think it's at like $29 a month, so it's a great deal.
So $29 a month. You still can have another CRM that you like better potentially while you have CRM Grow.
Yeah, and I plan on fully using CRM Grow for attraction only. I did want to use it just to kind of let people in my sphere know what I'm doing, but it's going to shift towards attraction. Whereas, my sales drips and communications will be generated through KV Core as I build up that database, which will be specific for sales and transactions. So yes, you can absolutely use this CRM in addition to another one.
Awesome. Thank you, Judley. So in addition to that, I signed up for Ideal Estate. It is through KV Core. It is obviously an EXP product. It's basically a LinkedIn for realtors. And you'll have access to hundreds and thousands of real estate agents. I believe the packages start at $199, and they guarantee a certain amount of leads. By leads, they mean recruits that are looking for a new brokerage, looking for an opportunity. And it looks like a great product. I just started out. I'm going to have a personal meeting with the CEO to get me going. His goal with the software is to recruit 7,000 new brokers over to EXP. So for $199, I believe there's a package for $299 and one for even more. They guarantee a certain amount of leads. I've already connected with brokers across the nation. I'm probably going to consolidate it and make it more into the Midwest, brokers that are closer. But they're really the key that I've discovered to agent attraction. And what I try to do is focus more on the quality over quantity. I want brokers that either have a desire to sell, that have sold in the past, or are going to become business builders. But you really want to spend your time with folks that you know a little bit about. You can certainly tell them what you're about. I tell them about our organizational training sessions, all the productivity that we're doing, all the resources at EXP. And really for agent attraction, try to tap into what these brokers are all about. What are their needs? What are they short on? What could they use more of? Do they need to be trained up? Do they need another stream of income in addition to transactions? 9 times out of 10, you don't need to go too deep with the revenue share. If people really want to get in the mathematics of everything, they can find the 7 payout downlines, whatever they are. They can find those resources. They're online. They're part of the package we sent. But I think it's more about tapping into brokers, what their needs are, how we can absolutely get them to the next level, how our agent compensation is second to none, our technology is second to none, no brick and mortar offices, so you can get paid more. plain and simple. And just the lead gen activity that we have here is highly unique. So whether it be CRM Grow, looks like a phenomenal resource for agent attraction that Judley's used successfully. Ideal Estate too. I would look into that. Guys. Just to have a LinkedIn type of thing just for real estate brokers. You're talking it's $200 a month. It's $2,500 a year. I believe it's definitely worth trying it for a few months. So that is something that I think we all should take a look at. And I will definitely keep you posted on my results with it as we move forward. So really quickly, I know we're 15 minutes in. Anybody have some wins? Anyone have some wins to share?
I always have wins.
I do.
You got it, Patrice. Floor is yours.
Okay. Well, one of the things is I just yesterday got a referral from another realtor from EXP in Georgia, and she has someone relocating to Oceanside, so that's cool. So I'll be speaking with them today, and that actually makes my second client that's relocating from the East Coast to Oceanside. So that's pretty awesome. I've been like working kind of behind the scenes lately. I've been a little bit more quiet. I mean, I'm still posting things automatically on social media, but I've been more behind the scenes working on like my brand, advertising, marketing, and all that stuff. I've been working on my sales process a lot more, and how I want to be able to present to my, on my listing appointments and things like that. Just kind of loving and enjoying the process of that. Working on video content, which is cool because I'm, going to be doing a lot more video. And I've been, making more connections, like incredible connections through media, like social media and like with local businesses. So that's awesome too. And I want to say it reminded what Judd was saying about not being a silent realtor, a secret agent kind of thing. When was this? I think it was on Monday. No, not Monday. It was Saturday, this past Saturday. You know how you can have the USPS, the informed delivery. Does anybody have that? Like when you can see what mail is.
Yes, I have that.
Inbox? Okay. So I had woke up that Saturday morning and I saw that my real estate postcard was coming in the mail to myself. So I was like, hey, I was so excited. So I took screenshots and everything. And then I went and ran some errands. But when I came back, I went to my mailbox, pulled my mail out, and there was a lady walking by, and I was like, I just have to share this. I said, I'm so excited. This is my first postcard. I'm a realtor. I said, see, I was showing her, and she was like, well, that's great. She's like, I'm actually looking. And I'm like, really? And so I gave her my business card. So that was the thing. It was I felt so excited that I wanted to share that came in the mail and how excited I was. But then it actually gave me a lead. So that was awesome. It reminded me when you said that, Jen. Yeah, so those are some pretty cool wins that I had this week.
That is awesome. I mean, what incredible shares. Patrice, thank you so much for sharing. I agree with Judd, what he just said. It's your energy. Folks, if we all could have that energy level that Patrice has, and I know we all have it, if you just walk around with that consistent energy level, being excited about what you're doing, being fired up, being forward thinking, having a plan, having goals, being consistent, having winning days, you will have a successful business. Plain and simple. It's all about attitude. It's all about attitude. Patrice, your attitude's incredible. Everybody in this room has an incredible attitude. And I just think that's awesome. You got so fired up about your postcard. You were geeked. You were psyched. Somebody walked by, you show them the postcard, and all of a sudden you got a new client. It really is that easy. It really is that easy. The planning of all this stuff is 90%. The execution is 10%. The execution is the easiest part. When you think about what Judd did, sending out these 600 mass texts to people that he knows, the planning of that, the preparation was everything. The execution is simple. Once he hit play, once he hit send, 2 new clients, more in the waiting. Patrice opens up her own mailbox, turns around, and hands a postcard to some random. And all of a sudden, that's her new client. That really is how easy this business is. It's being excited. It's being connected. It's planning. It's all about having winning days. The more winning days you can put together, the more productive your career is going to be, and the more fun it's going to be. I mean, just a great share. I would love if anybody else has a win to share, and then we can get into some meat of the training. Anybody else? A win?
Yeah. So when I first started farming, I was not with EXP at the time, and my broker, when I said to my broker that I was looking to farm my neighborhood, and they lived about 2 blocks away, they said, "Darn it, we should do that too." And that's when I moved over to EXP, because they started farming my farm, and I thought that was kind of yucky. So I love the Patrice story. But my other win is I got my first Op City Connect this weekend. And I've hit the button and missed every single one of them. But this weekend, I got one, and it's an actual real land or a crappy house on, so it's good lead. And he's looked at my website, and we've chatted a couple of times, so it's real. But it's 6 months out. And another one is I talked to a girlfriend of mine. She's like, "Yeah, we're looking at selling our house, but they live in Oakland, and I live in Reno, Nevada area." So I said, "But I know someone down there who I sold before." So their house is almost $2 million. And the referral fee on that was probably better than a house here. So that's pretty exciting. And I did get to close on my troublesome couple who I adored. And we closed last Wednesday, and that was amazing. And I dropped off all sorts of gifts for them because I was so thankful. And that was
wow.
Great. Yeah. So we've had a good week.
Wow. You're like a trifecta of good news. And that is an awesome share. Keep it all coming. What did you get them for a client gift? Just curious.
They're a young couple, and they don't have a lot of money. So I bought them a case of toilet paper, a case of paper towels. I got them. I also sell Scentsy on the side because I love Scentsy. And I got them a Yoda. She's a big Star Wars fan. I got them a Yoda and a R2-D2 from Scentsy. So
awesome.
I know, but it's like they really need the basics. So
totally.
When you first move into a house, you don't think to get a case of toilet paper. So
absolutely.
I thought
absolutely agreed. Such a great gift. Such a thoughtful gift. Great job. Keep it going. Keep your energy going. Keep the momentum. Awesome that you got an Op City lead that's functioning. And you know what? Guys, having a lead that's going to pan out in 6 to 9 months to 12 months is fine. You're just filling in the spots. This week I called, I try to make a certain amount of calls every single week. I got 3 new buyers. 2 of them aren't going to buy for 9 months. Totally fine with that. Put them in the calendar to follow up in 5 to 6 months. 9 times out of 10, they're going to want to buy earlier. They say 9 months, usually 6, sometimes it's 3. Obviously, if anything came up that was super special, that locked in to all of their criteria, I would send them that home. But there's nothing wrong with having leads that are going to buy in the future. So that's awesome. Rodney, I see you were speaking.
Yeah, no, I signed up for Op City about 5 or 6 days ago, and I've had, a little too much come in, but it's been great. And I did take your advice and cut my area down, but I've still been getting some really good leads. So I'm excited about that. And I think I have a couple at least that are pretty decent leads to work on. So yeah, that was my big thing for this week. So I've been really busy.
Yeah, Romney's been communicating with Nikki and I, talking about all her leads. And the interesting thing about Op City is that you will get a lot of leads, and if you don't change the criteria, some of them will be pretty far out. Some of them might be in a lower price range than you want to work. And make sure you make those leads within a radius you're comfortable in. Whether it's 15 miles, 30 miles. If you don't feel like selling anything below 200, you can certainly make that as a minimum. Although I would encourage to sell everything when you're starting out. I would encourage your range to be a little longer, but don't feel that you have to service every lead. Like, honestly, if something's way out of your range or out of your price range, or it's a client that's just looking for something that's going to take a lot of your time that you don't know if you can provide. I know Romney had a lead that was looking for a tax sale. Yeah, I would stay away from those. We're not attorneys. We don't work for the county. There's so many good leads that are out there that are ready to just buy and sell traditionally, and that's really what we want to focus on. But it's so exciting to see Romney get these leads and working them and collaborating with us. So great job, Romney. Great job. Keep it coming.
Yeah, no, and I think it just gives you the confidence. You're working and you're practicing everything that I need to be doing. So for me, Absolutely. It's been really good.
Absolutely. We covered last week on, my first 9 months of the building, I rented in the business. Sorry, I rented properties. I was already a guy that owned my own business. I had 90 employees, 3,500 customers for 15 years. I was running my own business, and I actually started off renting properties so I can see what a transaction looks like. Put a little coin in my pocket. They're quicker. But it is the same type of thing. Sure, the contracts are different, the escrow is longer, and there's different variables in a purchase, but it's essentially the same thing. A transaction is a transaction. So guys, if you have rentals, $3,000 rentals, $5,000 rentals, $15,000, whatever it is, there's nothing wrong with working rentals if they come your way. So I would encourage you all to take all types of business that you're comfortable taking and just grow from there. So great shares. Just wanted to touch upon
Eric, I got two quick ones.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. I didn't want to cut in, but I got just on the Op City thing. I've been getting talking with Nikki, and I've been kind of on the side, kind of asking her advice about things. I felt like I was overwhelmed with leads when I had like leases, so I kind of cut it down. And then when I like kind of get those leases off the board, I kind of turn it on for a day or two, get some more, and then I load up and then turn it only to buyers or sellers. But I've just been catching and releasing everything. It's like if this thing comes in and it's bad, there's not everything is, you're getting a lot of frogs, and then you're kind of like, okay, talk to them, and then you can release them if nothing goes. But I got one yesterday, like in a stream of like 3 or 4 in a row, and I'm just like clicking accept like as quickly as I can on my phone. And one comes up for like $1 million budget in Lake Forest. And it's just like, so I got to like, but I'm like, okay, I want to see a pre-approval. I want to, but I had the confidence to be like, okay, now I'm like, after screening all these people with these weirder leads, I'm like, I can't get into a house in Lake Forest without a pre-approval, right? Like I can't talk to that agent, stick my neck out. So it's like, anyway, so I'm working that one today, and supposedly they're going to the bank today for that lead to get a pre-approval. And then last week I also I met with a commercial agent that for my fail business, you talk about the failures being things you can learn from. I met a commercial agent that represented me when I was looking for my storefront for my Kumon. And back then he was only doing commercial representation for people getting storefronts. And I just wanted to catch up with him. And I said, I don't know anything about commercial business. Can you just do whatever? You took me out for lunch when you were my client. Let me go buy you lunch, at a Japanese place or whatever. Anyways, long story short, he's like really excited about stuff. He's got like a bunch of big development projects, and I'm hoping to get him to lunch and learn next week, and then to the Waldorf on Thursday. Awesome, man. Yeah, you're staying active, and I agree. You can use Op City to your advantage. Like definitely accept as many leads as possible. If they start to be overwhelming or stuff you don't want to work with, you can send them back. As long as you communicate with the folks and the admin over there, you're good. You'll be in good standing. As far as the Lake Forest $1 million lead, sometimes the listing agents will require a pre-approval letter. But my feeling is that you can always show people one property, honestly. Like that's my take. There's other managing brokers will tell you must have a pre-approval letter. Don't waste your time. I think everybody under the sun is worth you touring the house without a pre-approval letter if it's not required. Reason being, you get to meet them, you get to establish rapport. Maybe some people will take it as an insult, even though they shouldn't, and wouldn't want to come out. You also get to tour a house, a nice house, establish a relationship with a broker. There's always value within that. I do think it's a much easier conversation the second time around. Say, hey, you know what? Met you. Love that we're working together. Very excited to find you your perfect home for you and your family. But we really, if we want to place an offer and be in a position to place an offer, we really need to get a pre-approval letter. I can help you do that if you don't have one, and I think that's okay to say
touch on that a little bit. If the way the Op City works too is that if you are able to change that status of that lead, that you've met them or that you've toured a property with them, that boosts the number of leads that of referrals that they'll start sending you. So the further down the line you get with the leads that you have, whether you meet them or make an offer, even if you don't get the offer accepted, the better your leads are going to be coming in, the better the referrals are going to be coming in, because that's how they judge the amount of work that you're doing. And if you're actually connecting with the referrals that you're getting. Okay, so working the algorithm by meeting them and reporting that you met with them. And I actually have one lead that I got back in end of March. And we went and saw a bunch of houses. They were working on pre-approval, and they were also planning their wedding, and they thought that they were ready to kind of do it. And they asked me to put their search on hold. And she actually just reached out to me again yesterday and said, hey, we've got our pre-approval letter. We're ready to go. Thank you for being so patient. We really look forward to meeting you again. You know, so having that downline, like Erik said, okay, cool. You're not ready to look right now? That's fine. I'm going to keep sending you properties. I'm going to keep you updated on the market and things like that. And I'm here when you need me, and checking in and updating that status through OpCity to continue to show that you're still working with the leads that you have.
Great advice. Great advice. No, it just increases your relevance with OpCity. So Nikki knows. Nikki's the pro. Nikki's going to crush OpCity. You're all going to crush OpCity. I just wanted to cover like a winning day, and then I'm going to turn it over to Nikki. But I mean, you know, the success in this business is all about having a routine, having a plan, having a strategy. We all have our goals we set, you know, whether it be to run $10 million this year and attract 20 agents, whether to be to run $5 million and to buy an investment property and to attract 50 agents, whatever your goals are. You know, we have our year-end goals. We want to break them down into our quarterly goals, monthly goals, weekly goals, and daily goals, and make sure that everything that we're doing within the day supports these goals that we have, getting away from other people's to-do lists. So just a quick little intro into like what I do every day and how I feel it starts my day for success is, number one, get up early. Got to get up early. You know, I don't know what time that means for you guys. I'm sure John's up at 4 or 5. I'm not up that early. I get up at 6:30 or earlier, sometime between 5:45 and 6:30, never later than 6:30. Get up early, 6:30. Healthy breakfast, some protein, little fruit and veggies, water. Water is huge. I weigh about 190 pounds. They say you should drink half your weight in ounces every day. I try to drink 100 ounces a day. Makes a huge difference, folks. Your cells need to be energized. They're energized through hydration. Make sure you guys are hydrated. Right after I hydrate and eat my breakfast, I do a little mindset work. Healthy mindset, super important. Talked about the gratitude journal. Every single day, I take my iPad, I write down 10 things I'm grateful for. 10 things. They're harder to do as you go further on because you try not to repeat yourself. But like, you know, the other day I was thankful for the season of Outer Banks coming up in the near future. I was thankful for my TV. I was thankful for my electric bike. I was thankful for the fresh fruit in my refrigerator. Those are the type of things. Gratitude gives you more of it. I know it sounds hokey. It did at first when I tried. I read this book called The Magic, written by the same author of The Secret, and I've started to practice gratitude every day for the last 45 days. It absolutely makes a difference. This is a really hard business, and life can be difficult, and there's so much good around us. I can't tell you how many times I've thanked this group, this organizational training I'm thankful for. So I practice gratitude every day. Meditate, yoga, 15 or 30 minutes, that's it. Then I move for 30 minutes. Jog, weights, box, dance, bike, whatever it is, 30 minutes of movement. Then I have my 15 hours a week of non-negotiables. From 9 to 10 a.m., Monday through Friday, I call 5 expired listings. I call 5 leads, and I reach out to 2 recruits, agent attraction, whether it's a DM, a text, an email, a phone call. I just make it happen, make a mess, non-negotiable. 10 to 11 a.m., Monday to Friday, prospect for new leads, postcard farming, videos for sale by owners, database engagements, talking to past clients, handwritten follow-up notes from KV Core are all part of my prospecting. That's from 10 to 11 a.m. 11 to 12 a.m., Monday to Friday, agent attraction. Agent attraction. DM calls, marketing, videos, meetups, all of it. I've obviously, Ideal Estate is something huge that I put into the agent attraction. Part of the agent attraction I do from 11 to 12. I've been doing a little bit more phone calls. I've been reaching out to brokers and finding out their story. Whether they run 3 million, 5 million, whether they're new, 20 million, calling them and finding out what their story is. What could they improve about their business? What's great about their business? What do they love about their business? I don't even really speak about EXP until the second conversation. That happens to be my style. I've always thought that in this industry, whether it be recruiting another broker whether it be getting a buyer, getting a seller, you have to provide value. You have to provide a service. Your service is always directly correlated to your pay. This is a service industry. When I'm doing agent attraction, I really do shy away from getting too deep into the revenue share. We know what the revenue share is. We know what it means. And anyone that wants to see the mathematics behind it, that's very serious about building a business, they have the resources to do so. But for me to spend 10 to 15 minutes talking about revenue share when I could be talking about them, when I could be talking about these organizational trainings, when I could be talking about our technology, our resources, our lead gen, our stock, health insurance, all the other things that we do, I think that's time, to me, is wasted. When I agent attract, I really try to pick up people of quality that are going to build their business. That's a focus of mine. So as you can see, from 9 a.m. to noon, that's my whole week. Those 15 hours, Monday to Friday, is my whole week. And how I make those hours optimal is being in a peak state. How I get in a peak state is wake up early, healthy breakfast, mindset, be grateful, gratitude, meditation, yoga, whatever that means to you. 30 minutes of moving, and then I get after it. If this stuff is done on a regular basis, 5 days a week, you will be successful. There's no question about it. Just make sure we have a plan. Make sure you have a consistent calendar. I can guarantee you that if you talk to anybody that's running over $10 million in this business, they have a calendar that they follow. They have a calendar that's religious to them if they do not veer off that calendar.
So
From
Erik,
9 to 12, yep.
So there's one thing that I use and that Dean uses and that his brother Dean started using. It's called Inkvault, and it is a daily planner, but also it has sections where it asks you to reflect and celebrate. So a section to write down those things, what your tasks are for the week, what your weekly goals are. And then at the beginning of every week, it has you do some sort of gratitude exercise or reflection or brainstorming, and like really like challenge you to think about what your goals are and what you're trying to do for the rest of the week, and then set it out and write it out. And I've been using that, and I write down my little affirmations in there. I write down my goals. I rewrite them every week, and put things in my calendar that I want to happen. So if I have a closing and I want that closing to happen, I write that down. It's going to happen, but if there's hiccups or whatever, I circle it 6 times and kind of will it to happen. And so far, my goal was to reach 6 million by June, and I will be almost there. At the end of June. And I just kept writing it down and kept circling it. And at the beginning of the planner, it also has you set out your goals for the year and then asks you to go back and reflect and see how you're doing on those things. So it's really good for me. I'm one of those people where I need, this is pen and paper, Stu. This is pen and paper. It's an actual paper calendar. I use my phone for things, but I feel like writing things down and having that there to reflect on and look back on, and to make sure I'm keeping myself on track for what my goals were at the beginning of the year. And I don't have any stock in this company. I don't have anything like that, but just like writing it down and putting it on paper and having it there to reference what you wrote down at the beginning of the year, what you wrote down at the beginning of the week. When you check in on Friday, did I accomplish everything? Did I get all my goals done? And if not, okay, well, then we have to go back and work on those the next day to try to get everything done that we're trying to do to manage our goals. And it helps for me. I don't know if it will help for other people, but it really helps when it comes to organizing my time and managing my time. And the weekly calendar has time blocks for you to be able to block out your time, like Erik's saying, so that you have that reminder on Sunday night when you set up your calendar for the week. You block out all your time and write what you have going on. So that you make sure that you're making time for the things that you need, not only for your family, but also to grow your business. I'll put a link in the chat.
Amazing. No, it's Nikki. Thank you so much. That's absolutely perfect. When you set your day before they start, if you can set your week before they begin, you'll have a roadmap. The feeling that you'll have when you attack your day is times 100. There's nothing better than having a full calendar, full schedule. And that's really what it's all about. Staying focused, stay the course. I think this is a great tool. I totally agree with Nikki. There's a lot of electronic stuff, which is fantastic. But I mean, sometimes going pen to paper, you know, when you actually write stuff down can be more impactful for folks. So really try to make the morning all about you, eating healthy, doing some mindset, moving, whatever that means to you guys. And then from 9 to 12 is I found is the best time for your non-negotiables for, you know, calling leads, calling expireds, prospecting for new agents, farming for new business. This is the best time when you're fresh. The afternoons can be left for more administrative stuff. Maybe marketing that you're doing manually that's not digitized. Maybe meeting people, networking, going on tours. That should be left for the afternoon. Obviously, if you have a listing appointment at 9 a.m. that you can't move, you go. But every day from 9 a.m. to noon, I would strongly encourage you work on your business. And the only time you're working on your business is when you're talking to a prospect, whether it be a broker, a buyer, or a seller. So, or an expired listing. So let's make it happen. Get your days scheduled, get after them. The results and the shift that you guys have made in the last few months is absolutely incredible. It's far exceeding any expectations that I had. You guys, almost all of you I know are working with leads already. You guys have closed deals. I think you should be very impressed. This business this isn't to scare anybody, but 97% of the people fail in this business. And we're not going to fail together. We're going to be successful. We're all going to run $10 million after 2 years. Just stick to the program, stick to the process, have gratitude, keep yourself energized, get your body moving, and just keep following up. Make a mess out there and set your goals. So, Nikki, sorry we ate into a lot of your time. Would you like to present a little KV Core magic for the next 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, so I was just going to touch on, I know we've talked about these third-party referral sites and, you know, kind of lead gen that you can pay a little extra money for, like the property boosts and the Facebook ads and things like that. I just wanted to go back and remind everybody that there are free lead gen with KV Core through the squeeze pages and the landing pages. And one of the things that you can do is, if you don't have an automated setup where you have like the Core Social or you have the Keeping Current Matters, they are now automated and they're going to be integrating Instagram as well to automate your social media posts. I would suggest, we were just talking about scheduling time during your day to, you know, post something on social media. But one thing that's really great is the Idx Squeeze Pages and how easy that is to just copy a link and paste it onto Facebook and be able to capture leads. The way I'm going to do it today is I'm going to just post on my personal page. I don't post a lot of real estate stuff on my personal page. It's generally just on my business page. But I do post occasionally to remind all my friends and family that I'm in real estate. You know, don't want to be that secret agent, like Jed said. I think I'm just going to use that more often, Jed. I really like that concept. So let me share my screen here.
I stole it from Brian, so I don't want to take credit for it.
Okay, well, I'm stealing it from him too.
It's yours.
All right. Share my desktop. All right. So what you're going to want to do is go into your lead engine section here on the side of your KV Core dashboard and go under build a squeeze page. And that's going to bring you up to this. Now, the squeeze pages are awesome because you can do a multi-property squeeze page, a single property, a seller squeeze, which is going to redirect them to your home valuation page through EXP, and then a market report squeeze page as well. So one of the suggestions when I've been going through a lot of the KV Core training is that you kind of get your audience to interact with you on your personal Facebook page by having a like daily property search or property search of the day or listing of the day, or if you just sold something and you are like, hey, I just sold this awesome house for, you know, X amount of dollars, how much is your home worth? And then take that opportunity to build a seller squeeze page and put it up on your Facebook page and have your Facebook friends interact with that. And every like, every comment, every share is a touch and another potential for you to generate free leads off of Facebook without having to spend a penny. So, and also the great thing about this is that you can add hashtags and source it so you know exactly where those leads are coming from. So sometimes with the Facebook ads, it's not always clear, or somebody calls you or email, or, you know, with the postcards we were talking, it's not always easy to track where those leads are coming from. KV Core makes it so easy to track with the hashtags and the automations. And with those hashtags, you can set up campaigns as well in the future with these things. So I'm just going to build a quick multi-property squeeze page. I'm going to do Norwood Park because that's the area that I live in Chicago. If I could type, that would also be helpful. And I'm going to do single family homes. And we'll do 500. And then you can also do here, you can choose different things here. So if you wanted to do a daily search of the day, that's very in a very walkable area, Walker's Paradise, then you would post on your Facebook page, hey, daily property search for the most walkable areas in Norwood Park, and just adding, or just listed, or fixer-uppers, or new builds, and it gives you an opportunity to kind of vary your posts from day to day, from week to week, on what information you're sharing to get your Facebook followers to click on your link to go to your site to hopefully register or share or whatever they're going to do with it to promote your presence in social media. So I am going to, just for demonstration's sake, I'm going to do just listed, and then I'm going to source it here. I'm going to do Facebook, personal Facebook page is where I'm going to post this one today, so I know where it comes from, and then I'm going to hashtag this with just listed. So I know that if someone clicks on this link, that when the lead comes in and they register with the website, I know what ad they clicked on, and I can kind of track how that ad is performing. And then you can change this, the property views, how many you want them to, how many clicks through the property before it defaults and asks them to sign up. 2 is the default. I think that's fine. You give them a little taste and they want to see more. So I think that's appropriate, but if you want to give them more clicks, you want them to see more of the pictures, or you want them to register right away, that's up to you. And then you go down here to this generate link, and it's going to generate a link. It's going to generate a long link and a short link. It's the direct link. If you are tech savvy and want to update any of the information in the link, you can copy and paste that into a note section and change the hashtags or the sources around. But that's for people who are very comfortable messing around with HTML and code. I'm not that smart. So I'm going to copy my short link here.
Nonsense. Yes, you are.
And go to my personal Facebook page. I can't be held accountable for anything that's on there. I apologize in advance.
It's your page.
This is my personal Facebook page. I'm going to go and make a post, copy and paste that short link. And it's going to create a little preview of what that link is going to search for. And the first one's going to be the newest just listed home in Norwood Park. So I'm going to type in my little thing here, property search of the day. Just listed in Norwood Park. And then click the link below to see all the click the link below. All right. And then post that to your page. And then, you know, I don't know if any of you have tried it, but I would suggest clicking on your own links and making sure they're working. And you can even test it out and register yourself to see what that lead looks like when it comes in. I'm going to do that for us really quick. So we got a couple minutes. But the nice thing is that automates that search. So when they click on it, they know exactly what they're looking at. They're looking at single family homes in Norwood Park that are just listed under $500,000. I could have added that in the description on my Facebook page. But then if they go and click on a link, it'll ask you to continue either with your Facebook or your email. And then they have the option of opting out if they need to. I don't know why.
And this is 100% free.
Yes, this is 100% free. So
this is amazing. This is really good stuff.
Yeah, and I love it because it's so easy to do. It takes literally, how long did that take? 5 minutes for me to build that link and throw it up on Facebook. And I guarantee you by the end of the day, I'm going to have a bunch of likes and maybe comments and some shares, and hopefully some leads will come in. And when those leads come into your smart CRM, they're going to be hashtagged with the just listed, or you'll be able to see what source those leads came from. So that's kind of the short version. I don't want to take too much time today.
So Nikki, I'm sorry. I have a quick question. This is really cool. I think this is a great tool. It's something that people can also boost too and put money into it. But the fact that it's free, just a question like, so I saw there's a category for fixer-uppers. I think that would be a really cool category. Would you mind doing a quick fixer-upper one just so we can see how that works?
Sure. Hold on, as my KV core just decided to.
What a great way to get investors and get to increase the contacts on your buyer list. And basically you're force registering them onto your Facebook, not your website. Am I correct?
Oh, no, it force registers on your website. It kicked into that because I was already logged into Facebook and I was registering myself. So it was on Facebook. So if somebody is on Facebook, it'll ask them if they want to register with their Facebook information. And if not, then it'll have them go to the site and have them register with their email. Okay, core, let's go. My computer was slowly dying, so I think that's what happened here. There we go.
And you also said this is a good, you mentioned that this could be good for a closing you had. Is that?
Yeah, so there is the...
Would you mind doing two? Could you think you could do a fixer-upper and a closing? Do you think you could do that? That'd be amazing. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I think this is great. I'm excited. I'm going to use it right after we get off this training sesh.
So yeah, let's do the same thing. I can do, you want me to do Highland Park here, or let's do...
Y'all.
All right, let's do Highland Park. Everybody on my Facebook page is going to be the
We're on your Facebook right now.
Oh.
I think.
Again. Is this better? Is it back?
Nope.
TV core?
Nope.
Let me try to unshare it.
Oof.
Hey, who's that guy?
Who's that stud? Who's that guy? Just put that up.
All right, are we on the dashboard now? Are we on EXP land, KV Core?
Facebook. Y'all.
When I look at it, it shows you, it shows us. Which one are you looking at? Oh man. Well, hold on. I might have to let me unshare again. We might have to do this another time, Eric.
Totally fine. Hey-oh, there he is.
Hey.
You can just do. There we go. Looks like something's happening. No, we're on Facebook.
I wonder why that is.
Is it maybe you're on your Facebook tab? Like I could see your tabs.
No,
like,
I'm switching between my tabs on my screen.
Oh, it's not doing it. Okay, then it's frozen to some degree. Okay, that's fine.
So what I was saying about the seller, or like the seller squeeze page, is that it redirects to your home valuation page that's on your EXP website. So it's a great opportunity if you have a home that just sold or something that you just closed on, to say, hey, I just closed on this house at this great price. Are you curious what your home would sell for in this market? And click the link below. And you can use this on your personal page or your business page. You can use these links on all of your social media. It's not just for Facebook only. We get kind of stuck in the Facebook mode, but if you've got a Twitter account, if you've got a Pinterest account, if you've got any of those other social medias, your LinkedIn, even just typing in your website when you're sending doing your TikTok videos or whatever it is, just using all of your social media avenues to promote yourself. It's So you cast the widest net.
Yeah.
But I will, it's super easy to use. And if anybody has any questions when it comes to like building these squeeze pages or landing pages, you can let me know. You can message me. The other nice thing too is that if you want to copy and paste those, it doesn't save them. So if you copy and paste those into an Excel file or a Word file, or even into the notes on your computer and save those, you can just keep reusing them, and it will rerun the search for you when you build it. Does anybody have any questions? I know we kind of ran short on time here, and then with computer malfunctions. Let's see if I can get this up.
I have a quick comment on those.
Yeah.
So you know how Facebook goes and pulled that picture of that house. Sometimes you'll do it and the house doesn't look very good.
Yes.
You can take that link and post it into your browser, go to your KV Core site, and resort the order of the houses.
Yep.
And whichever house is at top is the picture it'll pull. So sometimes you get some real dogs and you want to switch them up. So that's a quick tip. Although for fixer-uppers, you might want the worst picture.
Yeah, right.
That's great advice. That's great advice.
I tried to share the screen one more time. Did it work or not?
No, it's still on Facebook.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll have to do that. Figure out.
That's a great point, though. Yeah, you definitely want a prettier picture. Definitely want a picture. For a fixer-upper, obviously, strategy is a little different, but having a great picture is very important. You want a scroll stopper. So just great advice. Thank you so much for that. And we are going to be starting. Jeremy Moss will be running the next session. Sorry to close it out so quickly. We went a little long in the beginning. Jeremy Moss will be running the next session on agent attraction. You guys, incredible shares today. So much great activity, so much great energy. Really excited to hear about the lead gen that we get after next week. Try to figure out a way for yourself for that non-negotiable period of time from 9 a.m. to noon, where you're all about prospecting, all about leads, all about agent attraction. All it takes is 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. Take a day off for yourself during the week. Drink water, exercise, have gratitude, set your goals, make a mess. You guys are incredible. Like I've said, you've way exceeded Nikki and my expectations of what you guys have been doing. You should be really, really proud. There is no doubt all of us together collectively are going to crush it. Nobody stands alone. We're all here together, doing this together. Bring your recruits to these training sessions. This is organic. It's live. It's for you. It's for us. It's for them. What a great intro this would be to an agent recruit. What a great intro. Just write to one of these. Then you could send them to a Zoom or a lunch and learn or a private cocktail sesh. But really proud of all of you. Judd Fox, you probably win the MVP award for just such an aggressive way in reaching out to all your clients, getting 2 new buyers, CRM grow, the texting, the energy, the opacity, all of you are MVPs. And appreciate it. Appreciate you all. Let's crush together. Let's have fun. Let's get some of Patrice's energy, all of us somehow. Incredible session today. Thank you guys. Thank you, Nikki, too. I think